Hi, it's Megan here from BrettandMeganGibson.com, and I'm really glad you're here to check out this video because what I want to chat to you about today is a really valuable relationship skill that Brett and I have taken 21 years to master. We have mastered it for a while, but I tell you, it is something that has made such a difference in our relationship, and that is the ability to validate each other. There's so much power in being able to validate somebody properly, and it doesn't matter whether we're talking about a personal relationship or a business relationship, it's a really valuable tool that you can master. So there's a few ways that you can effectively validate somebody, and I wanted to share some tips with you that have really helped us. So first thing to do is to really think about what it feels like when somebody validates you, or when when somebody tells you that you're right. It just feels so good, doesn't it? You feel worthy and strong, and your little ego gets a little boost, and everybody feels good. You feel good. So that feeling that you have, you've got to want that for the other person. And so you really do have to let your ego lie. But there's a few things that make effective validation happen. And one of them is that when the other person is speaking, you really want to make sure that you're actively listening. We all think we listen, but to actively listen to somebody means that you are listening to everything that they're saying, and they need to know that. And the way that you can do that is you can ask them, clarifying questions while they're speaking. So just, so they know that you're getting 100% of what they're saying. And what you want to do when you're actively listening is not be thinking about the next thing that you want to say. Most of us think that we listen, but really what we're doing is actually thinking about the next thing we're going to say. And we're also thinking about whether what that person is saying is something you agree with, or whether you have an opposing opinion. And so if you put that aside and actively listen, that in itself can be extremely validating for the other person. And if they finish speaking and you decide that you don't necessarily agree with what they've said, you're left with a choice. You either find a way to tell them your opinion and therefore not validate theirs and tell them that they're wrong, or you just decide to be kind rather than right. I know the first time I heard that, I was like, what? But Wayne Dyer was the person that I heard that from, and when he wrapped that up and actually explained it, it really made sense to me. And it's something that we try to do every day because, just because someone has a different opinion than you doesn't mean that you necessarily have to get them to see yours. So you can still hold your own opinion and let that be right for them. It doesn't mean that it has to be right for you. So you're effectively holding two opinions at the same time. And we always try to teach this to our children as well, because you know what kids are like, especially siblings, they always compete with each other. So we're forever saying to our two boys in particular, would you rather be right or would you rather be kind? Or something along the lines of that. Another thing we say is, who's going to be the bigger person here, And I guess it just comes back to teaching them how to validate each other. So you don't have to get the other person to agree with you, and they don't have to get you to agree with them for it to end harmoniously. Really, all that needs to happen is that you need to have heard everything that they've said and acknowledged what they've said is right for them. And at the end of the day, not everyone is going to agree with you, and that's okay. That's what makes us unique and authentic. I hope this has helped you, and I hope that you can, really try and apply that to your relationships, and try it in your business relationships too. You'll be amazed how many more people want to deal with you when they feel like they're validated after they've dealt with you personally. So take those tips and put them into practice. I'd love to know your opinions, so comment below if you like. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do so, because we'd love to bring you any other valuable insights that we come across or that we find interesting. And of course, anything that we can do to help you in your business, we'll share with you here as well. So until our next video, have a great day.